Hello, everybody. My name is Rosie Coronado. Thanks for joining to today's session. I will be presenting to you our B1 usability package, give you an idea of what you can do with it, how it can help you. Just a little bit about me. I used to implement SAP Business One, and I always said nobody should run it without it. SAP Business One, because it makes life so much easier if you're a partner, and also for the customer, you really can reach the goal what the customers need with the usability package. All of you are on mute right now, so at the end we will have Q&A, so don't worry about it. If you would like to put your questions already while I'm going through the presentation in the chat, please do so. Okay, so but let's get started. So usability package, if you don't know Boyum, one of the things about Boyum is this is our vision statement. We really want to make sure that you are successful as a partner, or if you are a customer, that you are successful. The beauty with Boyum is also it's such a great company. They really value their family life. They really want to make sure you are healthy and you have a very balanced life. And we want you to be able to really eliminate a lot of manual works. We want you to automate your tasks in your everyday life to save time. And as we all know, if you save time, you also save money. So we want you to have the best experience with your SAP Business One. And you might see some examples today where you say, oh my gosh, as customers have asked me this, because we do listen to you. Any ideas you have, people write to us, and if we can implement it with our solution, we will definitely do that. So we are all about customizing and making sure the system works for you. I'm a big believer you should not work for the system. The system should work for you. And you can do that with the usability package in a very simple way. Today we're going to talk about the usability package, and we will touch on print and delivery. So the add-on is the usability package, but print and delivery is a module within the usability package, and it's something you buy separate, but it's where you can automate all your communication with your customer, your emails. You never need to click on an email button again, because we do have a scheduler, and the scheduler actually sends out your emails automatically if you wish. All the other products we have available. If you need more information on those, please do not hesitate to contact us. You know, we have Protomax, we have a scan solution, we have a warehouse management solution, we have a BS manufacturing, which is a very robust manufacturing solution. We have a credit card solution, a CRM for Outlook. And then we have Boyum Cloud products, which, for example, we have quality control. Yes, we do have a quality control solution for SAP Business One. We have terminals for SAP Business One, which is Produce. And then we have built a product management solution also, where you can build your bill of material and then calculate the price before you upload it into SAP. But if you want any more information on the other products, please feel free to contact me or your channel manager, and we'll be more than happy to set up a session. So what happens when you have to customize your SAP Business One? You need a developer. You have to scope it, you have to code it, you have to test it and train people. This is really a lot of work, a lot of money, and a lot of headache. I used to do that a lot with developers, and a lot of times they had to rewrite everything because the testing took so long. And then the worst part is if you have to upgrade your SAP Business One and SAP comes out with a new version, like for example from 9.3 to 10, something's changed. You do not have to worry about it with the Boyum product, because we work very close with SAP and we make sure our products are compatible at all times. And this is really something, tell your customers, because I think this is a huge thing, because you don't want to upgrade your SAP and have your customization breaks. So just a little bit about us. I didn't have the right slide this morning, but I have it now. We have over 200,000 daily users, almost $9,000. I think we have 9,000 customers actually already. We are worldwide. We are all over the world. We have 6 global offices. We have about 150 employees, and we have about 50 plus yearly releases. Meaning with the usability package, for example, you get a release every month, except on January and December. So with the other products. So let's start with the usability package. The way I have it designed today is give you examples, because I want you to see the examples and see what's available. And this one was really a very popular this morning. Example dashboards. When you have the usability package, you have out of the box dashboards. And actually, I'm gonna log on really quick to my web dashboards. I did actually log off from earlier, because we also have a web dashboard. So let me connect that. And so if I go to SAP Business One, you have your usability package installed, you have the dashboard activated, you get many free dashboards. You get a sales, a purchasing dashboard, finance dashboard, service, and so on. If you have BS manufacturing also, that's our manufacturing product, the very robust manufacturing product, you also get about 10 plus dashboards for them. If I go up here, you're going to see all those dashboards come out of the box. You have many that come out of the box, except the ones that say test and some names here. That was just testing me out different dashboards, because of course you can design your own dashboards also. And you see right here, if you have BS running, you have even more dashboards. So you just turn it on, and that's how they come up. You can use our dashboards, you can modify our dashboards, or you create your own dashboards. The other thing we have is we have a calendar. So you can have your own calendar and work with it. This calendar means I can see all my documents. Let me do this. I'm going to see everything that's me related. Okay. And you have different views. You have a monthly view, you have a weekly view, you have a work week view, and so on. So this is all me related. And let's say you go in here, of course, I would have this up all the time. And I know I just got a call, and I know this sales order, I will not reach this due date. The due date is the 8th of July. So somebody just called me up and I cannot do that. And I know it's going to be delivered on the 9th. And you just drag and drop it. You drag and drop your documents, and what's going to happen is it changes the due date. Forgot which one it was, but it will change your due date to that date. So you have like a little planner here for yourself. Those are your activities and so on. Now imagine I just got this a question. I'm like the service manager, and I have 3 service people I have to work with, but I want to see all their documents. I want to see what they have going on. Yes, you can create your own view. So all those come out of the box, and you see down here a test view. So I did it for this customer. To give him an example, it's sales orders, not service call, but you see there's a sales order in purple, one in black, there's sales orders in blue. Those are different people. So I color coded them, because when I log on, I know blue is Rosie, black is Anne, and purple is Fred. So you have color coded, you know what they have going on. And again, you can say, you know what, I know they're not going to make this due date, then they're just gonna move it. Okay, same thing right here. Okay, so you can create your own calendar view, but you get a bunch that's already out of the box. What you have also, you have a Kanban board, comes with the dashboard. So you have a Kanban board, you have different Kanban boards we give you, and then you can create your own. Okay, so I'm going to leave the sales opportunity. There's my sales opportunities. I can just drag and drop them to different stages, and absolutely the opportunities will follow along. That's what we like. You have a nice overview. You drag and drop, the date's going to change. Okay, the status going to change. you also have a process flow, and you have a process flow right here, and you can customize that. You might know this from HANA. I believe they have it on the HANA side, and you can customize that. So what you will go here, you can have different processes, okay? And I'm going to keep the sales process actually right here. And if I look here, if your customer doesn't do down payments, for example, okay, or they don't do returns, we wish, right? Then you can go in here and you edit the process flow and you customize it what your customer does. So they have exactly the flow, how their business works. And that's the beauty of it. You can always delete this. No, we don't do this. We don't do this. Or you add some menus right here. Okay, so all this comes with the dashboard. You also can open a browser from here, meaning you just attach a website and then you can just open a website straight from here. And for some reason, mine is a little bit slow. There we go. This is the Boyum website, and you can just pull up a browser here. So a lot of stuff comes with the dashboard. So now we have a web dashboard. So if I go here, I just turn in, I'm going to log on. So all this comes with the usability package. A lot of people don't know. So I go on the browser, you set it up, you configure it. It's very simple, very straightforward. You can pull up your dashboard on a browser. Very handy. You have a shop floor, maybe you have a finance department and you want to keep a dashboard on a big screen. You can do that right here. Right here. And you see right here, there's different dashboards. There's different databases. So you decide, this is just the sales dashboards. I don't have a lot of data in there. I have a different database here, and that's what I want to show you. I have a different database here. And this is BS related. That's our manufacturing solution. And you see right here, there is all those dashboards come out of the box. And maybe I want a quality control dashboard up on a big screen in the quality control area. And it gives you different information. Okay? So the quality control people have everything at their fingertips, and you decide when you set it up, hey, I want to refresh it every minute, every 5 minutes, or disable it. Of course, I would refresh it every minute, of course, right? So you have real-time data. So think about it. You're on the shop floor and you have your dashboards up on a big screen. People come into work, they know exactly what's going on. So B1 dashboard is available. Web dashboard is available with the usability package. I want you to know because a lot of people are not aware of that. Okay, and you can just display different dashboards. You decide. Of course, each area in your company needs different dashboards. Okay. Another thing I want to jump in here really quick is that a lot of people don't know in the SAP events. Unfortunately, we don't have them right now. You can change the background, the skin of the dashboard. So if you go here, dashboard configuration, for example, I have the default one. A lot of people like this. I know my kids have it on their phone. And you just change the skin on the background. They have blue, they have black, whatever suits you. Okay? So that's our dashboard. You get a bunch out of the box, a lot out of the box. You have the web dashboard. I'm going to go back to my skin. There we go. And that's how simple it is. So dashboards, I think this is clear. You can get it for free. You just activate it. Okay. Now let's talk about alerts. With the usability package, we like to validate your data. You put alerts in there to make sure people know what's going on, or you validate your data because you want to make sure good data is in there. Think about it. You have a dashboard running, and if you don't have good data in the system, you're not going to pull good data. So let's go to these examples. I'm going to give you like 12 examples today so you know what you can do. No available credit. So imagine you have your sales employees coming in here. I'm going to hide the dashboards. If you see the button on the right lower corner, hide dashboard. There we go. I'm going to hide it. So it's like it's not so busy on the screen. So if I go to my sales order and I'm going to put in a sales order and I'm going to use MaxTech. and I'm going to tap off. As you guys are used to it, I get this message right away. No available credit. Credit available is negative. So that means those customers, in my example, have a credit limit, but hey, they already passed it or they're over the credit limit. They don't have credit. We need to start collecting money. This is really nice for a sales employee to see. If I would use a different customer, it goes away because this customer has available credit. Okay, so it goes actually hand in hand with, if you go here, I have some there in red and some in green. So green means they're within the credit limit, and then red means they're not, they're over the credit limit. So those, when we talk about validation, validate your data and make sure the employees know when they pull up and they want to enter another sales order, hey, this customer, we need to collect some money, because we do credit limits. That's one example for alerts right here. The other thing we have is validation. This is, of course, everybody's favorite. You can validate your data on the line level. So not on the header, or you can actually go to the columns and say, okay, I'm going to validate this column and make sure that the data that's entered is correct, or I'm not going to allow something. In this example, it's the discount field. We're not going to allow certain discount. Okay, so again, I'm in the sales order already, so I'm going to keep going here, and I'm going to put a bunch of items in here. I'm going to choose them, and it's the month, and I really want to get this deal, so I'm going to do some discounts. I'm going to do 15%, I'm going to do 15%, I'm going to do 20%. Okay, and I'm going to go in, and everything looks good, and then I'm going to click add. Right away, I get a message, and it's going to tell me, hey, you have some lines that have more than 10% discount. And it tells me the line number, the item description. So imagine you have 100 lines and you need to find something. You're validating one of those columns. You have it so much easier to find it. You don't have to drill down and just go down the list, okay? So you decide also, you want to just show, tell them the line number or the item number. In my case, I do a line number, and item description. Okay, and guess what? They cannot continue. I have it set that I'm going to block them. You have the options to say, do you want to continue, yes or no? I don't have that option, but it's just one little change on this configuration. Same configuration, you just say, ask them the question. But again, validation, go back to this data. Validation. Automation, this one is, I'm sure all of you like, if you have customers, they have batch numbers. When you do a delivery and you have to select the batches, it is very cumbersome. You spend a lot of time because you go one by one. Imagine your delivery is 50 lines, 100 lines. I mean, it takes forever. It almost reminded me on my favorite girl in the UK. I went to the UK and she asked me for this example and I gave it to her and she was so thankful. So if I go to delivery, let's talk about automation. I'm going to bring in a customer and I'm going to choose my batch items. Okay. And usually what you do, you click add and then, mine is 0, but it's okay. Then you go in here and start selecting the batch. Oops. Didn't do that right. And you just start selecting the batch and you go down that list. But again, what if you have many, many lines? So you have a logic in the background. You look at the date, maybe you look at something else. If you have a logic, you can automate it. So I'm going to click batch. And guess what? Just with one click, it's going to run through it itself and is picking the batches. So like this customer told me, Rosie, I have 100 lines, 150 lines. I just click batch. I'm going to get up. I go get me some coffee. Once I get back, it is done. The system did it for me. So there, you can do this with the usability package. And every customer I show you, I'm not sure if I have customers on here or just partners, can tell. So they love it. If you do batch numbers, this is almost a must if you have a logic. This one, quick and simple. So with the usability package, once they know it, I mean, you really can you can stay in one screen and can access everything you need. You don't have to click around in different menus in SAP because you really can stay in one screen and have easy access, basically. So if I go into my business partner master data, this keep clicking around like crazy. So if I go right here, you see, if I go here, I have a tab here, the last 10 items. For example, simple access. You always want to know what the customers bought lately with the date. So I go to the next one. It's different items. Oops, it's a little bit slow. So it just, of course, it looks at the business partner master data. The data will change because my query says, look at the business partner code. So you have everything here. So you can put an SQL report actually in a tab, a grid, okay, which is very much liked. But if you don't want it here, you can also put it on a button. See, same report. We call it universal function, for example. If I change it, it changes. If you don't like the button or the tab, you have one more possibility. You can right-click and create a right-click menu and pull up the same reports. So you have a lot of options. How do you want to display data? For example, SQL report. Want to put it in a tab, button, right-click. So you have everything at your fingertips right here. And to create a tab is very simple, as you know, or a button. It's just a right click. And if I right click right here, B1 usability package, create new tab. That's all you have to do. And it's going to ask you a SQL tab or a custom tab. So if you do an SQL tab, it's going to ask me for an SQL universal function I created. Okay. If I say custom tab, where am I? There we go. Create new tab, custom tab. It's going to open up all my user-defined fields because it says, hey, which user-defined fields would you like to have in this tab? And you just say, okay. That's all you do. It takes you less than a minute to create a tab. In this case, I'm going to go out and go back in because it needs to create. And if I open up the screen big, so you see it, I have so many tabs already. You see the custom tab is somewhere. It's right here, and those are all my user-defined fields. There's another one. Okay, and then of course you can move stuff from here to your user-defined fields, and you just move and do your screen design the way you want it. But going back to my slide, easy access. So put it in a tab, put it in a report, and make sure that you have all your data available in front of you. Oh, let's go to more validations, which I like. I love validations. Make sure the data is correct, and automation. Validation and automation is the key. So I'm going to go straight from here to a sales order. You can put your shortcut buttons. As you see, I have a multi-button, meaning I can do more than one thing. So there is my sales order, and I'm going in here and I'm going to choose my items. Okay, if you go back to the slide right here, you'll see that we're talking about shipping. You want the system to calculate something automatically. Okay, again, we go about automation. Get out of this one. About automation, you want the system to do stuff for you. Okay, and you, if you're the manager, and say, hey, people won't make as many mistakes then. So let's do this example. So if I go in here, I have this sales order, and okay, I'm done, and I'm gonna click shipping. And what it does, actually, let me get a different customer. This one doesn't pay a lot of shipping. Let me do a different customer. Let me do Produmex. Let me delete this. There we go. I'm gonna just do it from the beginning, though it did change the price, which was awesome. Okay, I have this, and I'm gonna click shipping. It adds the shipping for me automatically, $75, as you see. Nothing else. It just adds it. You can put it, of course, down here. I used to have customers, they always wanted to have it in the document. I'm going to delete this. So I'm just going to change, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the quantity, the total quantity from this document now is 12. So I'm going to click shipping, and this is the beauty. People don't have to think. It's going to say, hey, the number of the items is less than 20. It really should say between 10 and 20. I really should change the message, because under 10 and under, they pay full shipping, as you saw. Between 10 and 20, if they order between 10 and 20, in total, in my case, they get a 50% discount on shipping. And I'm going to say yes, and watch. It's going to give him the 50% automatically. You see where the mouse is? It put 50% in there. But now what we are going to do, we're going to do more than 20 in total. And I'm going to click shipping. And it's going to tell me, hey, this customer is ordering more than 20. They deserve a free gift. And I'm going to say yes. And there it is. There's the free gift. And it added shipping with the 100% discount. Because of course you want to show it. You always want to show when you get something for free. There we go, 100% discount, and this is the free gift. So again, I have the logic in the back. I'm validating the quantity column. So if I can validate the quantity column, you know you can validate other columns. Very, very powerful. So that's something, keep in mind, you can do that. So there's, for example, I have a user-defined field that just calculates the weight. You can do it by weight, whatever you would like. User-defined table handler. If you know SAP, we can have user-defined tables. So you don't want to go up here and find them every time here. So there's trucks, there's webinar, for example. You can attach them actually to your menu. You just go in here. There's my user. Let me get out of this so the screen is cleaner. User-defined table webinars. So I'm just going to attach it here. This is about webinars. And you can update them here. And you can say print and delivery, and this, who is going to do this webinar. Let's say I'm doing it, and I'm doing it today. So you can just update the table here. You can put buttons on the screen on top of it. You can do a search on your user-defined table. Okay, so you don't have to scroll down like this and find the information. Oh, it's updating a little bit slow. There we go. So you don't have to scroll down. And as you see, I'm not seeing the code and the description because I told my configuration, you just put in a dummy code and a dummy description, because I really don't care. What's most important for me is the columns. And if I go here really quick at edit menus, and I go to my menu here, there's my user-defined table. And this is why, so I create the table in SAP just like you would do, and then I'm going to grab it and I'm going to touch it right here. And I'm going to say, I want you to automatically create the coded name because I really don't care. And what's really nice, you can change the sequence of the columns. You cannot do that on SAP. See, I want the title at the end, the date, and the employee. So if I update this, it's going to update my screen, my input screen from this here. There we go. See, it changed it. Earlier, it was like this. I had it open, so you see the difference. So you have flexibility right there. Talking about menu, you can put a user-defined table here. Of course, you can create any kind of menu here. You can put reports whatsoever. You can also add menus to an SAP menu. Yes, you can do that. And the user-defined table, I have another example here. I have it on my HR. This is about cars, company cars. And in this case, I have it configured that it only shows me that it goes to this employee I have up. So I have a parameter set. Now I'm only going to see what I have this employer has. Okay, so because I don't care when I have this employee open, what car the other employees have. So you can create a set of parameter also, which makes it so much easier for you. But yes, user-defined table handler, very, very powerful for you. Simple accessing reports, as maybe some of you know that you can do a touch, as we saw SQL report on a button, on a tab, on a right click. You can also, of course, attach a crystal report if you wish. Okay, and there's nothing, I don't have a crystal report actually, and it's really nothing. It's that you create either the crystal report, you create that SQL report. Actually, let me go to, open up the wrong screen. Let me go to sales order. So if I go to sales order, and I'm gonna open up, I have here some reports, item report. Maybe you wanna have a report, you wanna edit the quantity here, and you wanna be able for the user to, oops, not looking at my fingers, there we go, this is what happens. And then you highlight it and select them, and you copy it from the report into your document. And so you don't have to go all the time to your pull up all the items right here. And the list of report, you create that query, so I don't even know what my logic is. It doesn't probably everything that was just sold. I'm not sure what the logic is here, but you can also create a same report. It's actually the same report, but with check marks. I like the check mark, change the quantity, and then use selected, and it comes into your sales order. So you can do a crystal report to view, of course, but with the SQL report, as you see, you can do a little bit more. You can bring it into your document, or as you saw earlier on the business partner, just information about the business partner. It's totally up to you. The flexibility is there. So example reports, quick access. Yeah, this is also, this goes back kind of to the report. So maybe you don't want a report, you don't want them to select, you know, on the checkboxes or highlight it, depending what the customer prefers. But let's say you have a special for the holidays, okay? Or you have a monthly special. And we do have, customers still do have special. You just do a button, hey, this is the deal of the month. And it just selects it and copies it into your document, okay? Or maybe you say, you know what? This is, I'm going to do a button because we are in this industry, and I don't know, soap industry, and everybody buys always the same, this hand soap. It goes with every order. I don't know, making stuff up, or printing paper. Not print is necessary, but paper if you're in the printing industry. So just do a button, and just so all they have to do is click on that, because this is 99% of the customers buy that. So it fills it automatically into the sales order. Okay, so that's how you can automate stuff. Make the buttons and just let the system do things for you. Automation is really, again, it goes back. We saw a lot of automation is really for you to let the systems do stuff for you. Imagine, like, let's go back to SAP, and I can share the slides with you guys if you want. I just think it's always better to see it in action. That's why I keep going back to SAP. Imagine every time you sell something, somebody has to do an inventory transfer because you have a shipping warehouse and whatever the rules are. So instead of you going here to inventory transaction, inventory transfer request, and stop copying and pasting all those items, you can say, click, make a button, and you say a transfer request. So what it does, it's going to transfer all the items over to my transfer request, and it closes it out, and it's done. So it took what, 15 seconds or 10 seconds compared to you opening it up here, go to inventory transactions, transfer request, and then start typing everything in. If you go here is the transfer request we just did. There we go. It did it automatically for me. And that's the beauty of it, because we have something called the line loop, so you can work a lot with the lines. And it closed it out for me. I didn't have to do anything. If you prefer not for the system to do that, watch this. I'm going to copy this to a quote. That's configured a little bit different. It still opens up the other form. It copies everything over, but then it stops. Because I have it configured, I want to click the add button. On the other one, I said, I want you to click add and get out of the screen. Here, I have it configured that I want to click the add button. So that's the flexibility you have. So automation, think about it. What can you do? If I go, for example, to a service call, And you know when you're on a service call, I just want to show this really quick. If you have to do a document, you go to related document, you go to details, you go to new documents, you go to returns, and you just click, 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 click. So first of all, with the usability package, just do a button and all you have to do is return B1 up. And it's done. Just one click instead of 7 or 8. But then you want more. You want to copy over the service call number. You want to copy over the subject. You want to copy over the item. You don't want to do it manually. So I'm just going to click error invoice and watch this. I do one click, my hands are not there, and it's going to do it everything automatically. Because my macro, I told it, I want you to copy this into here. I want you to copy the item into the lines, and I want you to copy the subject into here. So that's when this was a good example of automation. Don't do it manually if the system can do it for you. That was B1 Usability Package, just examples, ideas for you. Now let's talk about print and delivery. Print and delivery is where you can automate your emails. You never have to click on the email button because you can schedule it. You can say, I want to send out all my AR invoices once a day, every minute, once an hour. It picks up the new ones and sends it to the customer. You can put logic in there. You can put in there, and let me open up my Outlook because I have it actually. I ran it for you earlier. You can also put in there, hey, if a sales order is more than $10,000, I want print and delivery also create automatically activity for me to follow up or an internal message. It's totally up to you. Okay? So if I go, let me go here to my draft email. So I'm going to show you this one. This is one of my favorites. You can configure your print and delivery. Of course, you can put, again, your own logic. This, for example, I have this example actually online if you need that. You have this example, sends the customer, let's say once a month. I'm sending him a grid here, a list of invoices they are open. It's a total, they do that currency. You can probably put the invoice number in there. I don't think I have it in there. But you know what customers do when you send them a statement. The first thing they say, oh, I didn't pay it because I don't have a copy of the invoice, or I never received it, and so on. So you get phone calls, you get emails, and so on. But guess what you can do? This is this example. I only have 3 here. You attach one PDF with the invoices attached. So like you saw on the print screen, if there's 10, it would be one PDF with 10 invoices. So you will not get this phone call or that email, I never received it, that's why I didn't pay it, and so on. So this is what you can do with print and delivery. What you can do also with print and delivery is, for example, let me see, I forgot which one it was. For this one, I have this too. I have this sales order. When I send out a sales order, it always picks this up. I'm using this for all my document. I have it configured that if it's an AR invoice, it says AR invoice. If it's a credit memo, it says credit memo, and so on. But then if it's a new customer, I want to send something else. I want to send a new email. And I don't want to think if it's a new customer and look up the system. So you can configure it. You can do an if and else statement, and you don't have to think because the system will do it for you. It says if it's a new customer, I'm sending this email. Okay? Emails can be HTML or plain text. This is plain text. The other one was HTML. And guess what? I'm sending 2 additional attachments because it's a new customer. I want them to see what else to do. What kind of other service are we doing? So, or a catalog, I don't know, whatever you want to send. So you can configure it for you to do it automatically. Super powerful. Print and delivery, you can schedule everything. Keep that in mind. Don't do things manually. If I go here really quick, if I go to print and delivery, we have a scheduler. So you can use any document. You can create your own little email, logic right here, and you can say, okay, I want to send this daily. I want to send it every minute. Imagine you have a website and you keep feeding in the sales orders into the system. You maybe say, I want to send it out every 30 minutes, the new ones, okay? Hourly, daily, and so on. Or if you have maybe a scanner, Boyum scan, for example, if you have our Boyum scan and you create the goods receipt or deliveries in the warehouse, you know what I would do? I would do goods receipt. I want it to pick it up every minute. That means as soon I'm done with the scanner, within a minute, it comes out somewhere in the office maybe, or even in the warehouse from the printer. So everything you can automate. I mean, that's the way to go. Okay. One thing I want to touch on, we also have a CRM for Outlook. So that has nothing to do with Boyum App, there's nothing to do with print and delivery, but I put it in there. First of all, if you do have Boyum App, you can do custom reports. Right here, you see reports. So I'm in Outlook. I don't want to log on to SAP, but I want to have a list of all my customers and their balances. You can do that in Outlook if you have Boyum App and CRM for Outlook. Let me pull it up. It makes more sense. I'm going to go here. What is CRM for Outlook? As long as you have internet and the SAP server somewhere running in the world, you have access to it. Of course, you gotta have some sort of SAP license. You don't have to VPN, you don't have to RDP to anything. You don't have the SAP client running. You have everything here from your customers, depending where this contact person is attached to in SAP. You see all the open documents. But let's go back to print and delivery, because you can create an activity here. You can create service calls, sales opportunities, quotation, and orders from here. So let's say you put in a sales quotation and you want to send it in PDF form, really nice, to the customer. So what you can do is you create your sales quotation here, because it's real time. I am creating a quotation and click save and close. It's totally in SAP. It doesn't matter where the server is. My server is in Europe. I'm in the US. So it's in SAP. And then imagine you have print and delivery, kick it off every minute. Within a minute, this sales quotation will be sent to the customer. So combine the solutions. If you think about it, you can combine the solution. Hey, it's so much easier for me to do it here because I'm all day long in Outlook. Okay, I don't want to VPN to SAP. We are working from home. So much easier. I'm cooking and I need to get out an order. And I know that print, I don't have to email it, because print and delivery will do it. So now, really quick, your voice matters. Meaning, if you don't know, we take feature requests in any of our products. If you look at the website here, please write it down. I can share the PowerPoint with you if you would like. Just email me. I will put my email in the chat. I didn't do this earlier. I did a German session. We take feature requests. If a customer requests something and you cannot do it with Boyum App, where you say, wow, it would be so cool if this could be doable in a simple way, we want to listen to you, because you will see a lot of stuff that's done with Boyum App. We have so many things you can do. Say, oh, this is so cool that you can do it. I was always wondering, customers ask me that, because I always said I used to implement, and like I said, everybody should have Boyum App. We actually do what SAP is kind of missing. You see some stuff SAP can do now, okay, of course, because of the new versions they come up. Some of them they implement. We have e-learning if you want to learn our products. So if you want to learn our horizontal products, this is Boyum App. Let's talk Boyum App print and delivery. You have access to our e-learning and you can take those lessons for free. That just came out. We just decided we give them for free. You can do a certification. If you see, please post them. If you do get certified, you can get a Boyum App certification. I'm not sure if we have print and delivery. I don't think so. We also have e-learning if you are taking on BS manufacturing or WMS. Those are the vertical. Those are the very robust. They come with a fee because those e-learnings takes for days. It was because they're very complex. But the e-learning, any products you wanna do learn from us, is available for you. And we also have a lot of examples online on YouTube. And you know what you can do is just tips and tricks. Boyum App, you get a lot of samples, and what you just do, follow the video. Okay, so if you're interested signing up for the e-learning, let your channel manager know. You can go right here and sign up for it. Okay, this was it. I thought I had more slides. So now I'm going to open it up for questions. And if you have questions about any other products from us, please feel free to do so. So I'm going to unmute you all, and then you can unmute yourself if you want to ask a question, or if you prefer, you can put it in the chat, because I have the chat open over here on the other screen also. Are there any questions? Don't be shy. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the presentation. If you want the slides, shoot me an email. I can give you the slides. Also, we have a lot of those examples actually on YouTube, okay? So you can always go to tips and tricks, or how to, I think they're called. So you can always go in there and check out YouTube. And if there's a specific one you want, like this lady asked me, shoot me an email. I put it in the chat if there's anything, or if there are any other products you would like to see, for example, from this list, please let us know. Let your channel manager know from Boyum, or you can email me and say, Rosie, I really want to see a demo from Prodomix. Can somebody ask me about counting items? Yeah, absolutely. This will save you so much time. And the beauty is that you still are the one posting it in SAP, but the counting is so much easier. So any of those products you want to see, you let us know. We have the Boyum Cloud products. We have quality control now for SAP Business One. If you have not seen it, we have videos on YouTube again. We have everything on YouTube, but I'll be more than happy to meet with you and show it to you. So because we want to make sure you know what we have available and want to make your life easier and also make your customers happy. Okay? Cool. Well, I went a little bit over. I apologize for that, but I really enjoyed it. And let me know if you like those kind of presentations. We're trying to do more and more. You can always go back in our community. You can also send me an email, or to our sales department on sales@boyumit.com. Say, hey, I would like to have another webinar. Maybe we can do this kind of webinar. We'll listen to you. So let us know. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. I do not see any more questions here, and have a wonderful day. I really enjoyed it, and thank you so much for taking the time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.